Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zerfox here, and I haven't made a video in quite a while, but then I keep saying I'm gonna upload every other day or every day or once a week, twice a week, but it's gotten to a point now where it's like I've got other things going on in my life, and YouTube just can't be my main focus point right now. So instead of saying I'm gonna upload a certain amount, I'm just gonna upload whenever I goddamn please, and maybe sometime down the road in the near future, I can maybe begin to upload on a more regular basis. But as of now, it's not scheduled. I'm just gonna upload whenever I want to. Hopefully, it'll be pretty frequent, but I can't say for sure if it's going to, because people that I know personally in real life, I don't. I'll say that I'll do an upload schedule, and then I won't upload when I say that I will, and then they give me a bunch of shit for it. So I'm done doing the whole upload schedule thing. I'm gonna upload whenever I can. This is just a hobby, something fun to do, something to make my friends laugh. So today I have something a little bit different. I always say that because I never really do anything that's the same. I used to when I was younger, but I'm gonna try and start something. I've never been. Oh shit! I got something stuck in my tooth. All right, just got done eating a fucking Pop Tart. Um, I I never stick with something, and sometimes I have, and it just hasn't worked out. But this time I'm gonna be giving you guys some stories about me. I don't have the craziest life, but there's been some pretty fucked up and crazy shit that I've done, and that's happened in my life. So um, we're gonna jump right into it. But before I start, I got this inspiration for these kind of videos from a guy named Austin FFA, or he goes by Luna now too. He's a YouTuber. I'll have his link in the description. He's a really cool guy, and he's the reason I'm doing story videos. And a lot of people might say that I'm stealing his ideas for videos, but really, he's just my inspiration, and I think everybody's got stories to tell, so it'll just be kind of cool. Anyway, so this story takes place last summer, I believe. Um, I had been dating my girlfriend, who I'm still dating now. We've been together for like a year and a half now. Um, I had been dating her for a few months, and my friend, I'm not going to say his name, but my one of my best friends was at my house, and I was texting my girlfriend, and she said, "Hey, you want to meet up?" Well, she it was like this was like 3 in the morning. She's from a town about an hour away from me, so we only get to see each other on weekends and stuff. Well, she was staying at her grandma's house, who lives in the same town as me, and her grandma lives right by the bowling alley in town. So she texts me and she's like, "Hey, do you want to meet up at the bowling alley?" I'm like, "Babe, it's like 3 a.m. right now," and she's like, "It's okay. Let's just go meet at the bowling alley. I can sneak out." I'm like, "All right." So back then, she didn't actually have a phone. She had an iPod that she could use on Wi-Fi. So at her grandma's house, she could text me, and that was fine. But as soon as she left her grandma's house, she had to walk a couple blocks to this bowling alley, and I couldn't get a hold of her. Um, like most towns, my town has a curfew of like 11 o'clock, and if you're younger than 16 or 18 or something like that, you cannot be out past 11 unless you have like a note from your parents, or you're like working or something like that, some stupid shit. Anyways, um, so I had never snuck out before, and I'm really close with my dad, so I felt really bad about sneaking out. My parents are divorced. I'm staying at my dad's house. He's asleep. My little sister's asleep. I got my friend here, and we've been up. We used to stay up all night back then. So we're like playing Xbox. She texts me. She says that she wants to meet up. So I'm like, "Hey, dude, you want to sneak out?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." He'd done it before, so it wasn't anything new. Uh, so we like got a bunch of fucking pillows and blankets and made it look like we were passed out. Like his supposed body was on the floor and mine was up on the bed. And back then we're like, fuck yeah, this looks so real. And now looking back at it, I'm like, that was so fucking obvious. But we didn't get caught, so it must have been good. We left the house. We sneak out of my entryway into my garage, and we shut the door quiet. The dogs are barking. I'm telling them to shut the fuck up. I'm like terrified we're gonna get caught. I it's summer, so it's not even cold. So we just got like shorts and t-shirt on. But my biggest fear, there's a couple cops that drive around my town at night, and I didn't want them to get caught by me. And some of them are nice, and some of them are douchebags, and that's just how it is. That's how most towns are. There's always that douchey cop that has to pull you over for everything, or you know what I mean. So, anyways, we're walking on the street, and it's so the bowling alley is right next to her grandma's house, only a couple blocks away, but it's all the way across town from me. And we don't live in a huge town, but it's pretty spread out. So it took us a good 15, 20 minutes to walk there. We're about halfway there. We're walking by this cemetery, and I see a fucking cop car, and I'm like, oh shit, here's where my life ends. I was fucking terrified, and it's probably not that big of a deal, and a lot of you people out there that are like badasses and you know do crazy shit all the time, you're probably like, oh my god, you fucking pussy. But seriously, I was terrified, and I looked at my friend, and I was like, dude, we're so fucked. And he's like, just act normal, just wave and just like smile and wave. I'm like, all right, fuck, why not? So the cop car slows down to us, and I thought he was gonna stop, but he just kept going, and he just waved and smiled at us. I'm like, holy shit, and he just drove off, and I was like, dude, he didn't do anything, and we don't even look like we're old enough to be out here. I mean, maybe we do, kind of. I don't know. It was dark. There was like streetlights though. I mean, goddamn. I was at least expecting him to stop and be like, "What are you guys doing out here at 3 a.m.?" Even if we were adults, you know, like, it seems pretty fucking fishy, right? But no, he just drove on, and I think the reason why is he might have recognized me, and that cop that slowed down was my friend's dad is a cop, and I don't know if that's him or not, but I'm assuming he just noticed me, and I'm not very. It's not the friend that I was with; it's a different friend. And I hadn't really hung out with this guy very much. We just used to, hang out, play video games after school, and eat pizza and stuff. And I met him like once or twice, but he knew I was a good kid, so I don't know. Maybe that was him. I have no idea. But anyway, so we kept walking. We get to the bowling alley, and the bowling alley is also like a bar, and I think bars in my state cannot serve after 1 a.m. Sorry. Um, and because they can't serve after 1 a.m., they usually serve liquor until 1 a.m. and then close. Or they serve food until like 11 and then close at 1. Well, the bowling alley back then, I don't know how it is now, it used to stay open like all night long, and or not, I don't know about all night long, but they used to stay out really late, and then they'd serve food or and drinks until 1 because there was a bar attached to the bowling alley, and then after that it would just kind of be open to like hang out and stuff. So we get to the bowling alley, and my girlfriend's nowhere to be seen, and I was like, God damn it, something probably happened. And I can't like go to her grandma's house and fucking knock on the door. It's 3 a.m. So we decided to just sit at the bowling alley and wait for her. And I don't know why we did that because it took us like 15, 20 fucking minutes to get there, and it could have taken her like 3 to 5 minutes to walk there. So it was pretty dumb on our part. But we're sitting there, and this fucking red car pulls up and just stops. So we're like sitting on the side of the bowling alley, like kind of like the back right side. So not in the far back, but we're like still on the road. We're just kind of leaning up against the siding of the bowling alley. 3 a.m. We're just like, we were freshmen. We weren't even freshmen yet. We were going into our freshman year. And we're sitting there, and this car, red car, like I said, pulls up with like big fucking bass music, like rap playing. And this guy gets out, and he's fucking wasted out of his mind. And he wasn't driving, he was in the passenger seat. And he comes up to my friend, and he's just looking at him like, hey, what the fuck you doing, huh? You want to go, huh? And he's just like for no reason at all. He just goes up to my friend, and he starts being all fucking weird and pricky. And we're like, and my friend just looks at the ground and doesn't reply to him at all. He doesn't even acknowledge that he exists. And then the guy that was driving actually pulls him away and throws him in the car and says, "Come on, we need to get going. I'm sorry, guys." He apologizes to us, and he gets in the car and leaves. We're like, all right. The next fucking part was crazy as hell. So I get up and I walk forward a little bit. We're still kind of in the parking lot, but like I said, it's like facing the road. I sit up. I look around. There's nothing. I'm looking to see if I can see my girlfriend walking on the street. I take one step back, and this fucking like lifted white Dodge pickup with like fucking blacked out windows just hauls ass through the parking lot and like like drives right where I was like half a second ago. And I was like, holy fucking shit, that thing almost killed me. And it was a girl driving, and she was like crying and like she looked fucking pissed, like someone cheated on her or something. We're like, damn, she got dumped tonight or something. Uh, she drove off, and at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I can't get a hold of my girlfriend. Uh, she hasn't contacted me. We've been here for the longest time. It's like 3:30, 3:45 now. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going home. So we ended up just walking home, and I couldn't get a hold of her all night. And then in the morning, she texted me, and apparently she tried to sneak out, but her grandma's dog started barking at her. And she went through her grandma's garage too. And her grandma actually woke up and was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And she said that she lied and said she had to get a blanket out of her car or something like that because she was cold. I don't know, fucking know. It was dumb. But yeah, she got caught, and her grandma didn't actually think of anything of it because she's kind of a goody two shoes, or she used to be at least. Um, so yeah, the night didn't really go anywhere. We just kind of snuck out. It was like the first time I'd done anything bad in my life, and yeah, didn't fucking do anything for us. I was hoping we'd just be able to like, there's like a park nearby. I was hoping we could go like sit down at the park and like hang out and just talk and stuff and sit on the swings and shit with my friend and my girlfriend. But she didn't show up. She couldn't. So it's all good though. That's in the past. And yeah, I have tons more stories for you guys. So if you guys want to hear more of this shit, just comment below. And I can put gameplay like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or fucking GTA or something like that on the videos so that you guys have something to watch while you're listening to this. But I think this is more of a thing that you can just like listen to in the background while you're playing Xbox or doing your shit or whatever. So just let me know. Let me know what you guys want, and I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. Adios.